Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by my two good friends, Terri Crane. Terri Crane is the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and Gary Buterbaugh. Gary Buterbaugh is the brains behind helping to organize behind the scenes the event. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Terri, tell us about, it's now called the Celebrate Life Festival.
Right. This is actually the fifth year that the Chamber has put together a health and wellness-focused festival. This year, with the brainstorm of Gary here, we have blown it up to 2 days, and we're including health, wealth, fitness, travel, and leisure for a better life. So it's Saturday, February 2nd, and Sunday, February 3rd, 2013. And it's going to be great. You can come both days. Entrance to the event is free. It runs from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. And we just have a lot of stuff. We're also tying in with this is a recycling event. So Saturday you can come out between 9 and 1 and recycle your used computers, laptops, televisions, washing machines, whatever electronic items that you have to recycle, you can bring them in, drop them off, and that's free.
And it helps the environment, helps the Chamber of Commerce
Yes.
as a fundraiser. Now, Gary, you and I have been on shows together, and one thing I love about interviewing Gary is he always has great tips for those that want to be a part of the show and, vendor at the show and have a booth.
An exhibitor, vendor. There's other ways, too, to participate. You can be a sponsor. You can be an advertiser. And those are two great options for people who can't be present but still want to have a presence at the show.
And be a part of it. You know, one thing that I find, Gary, and that is when you're associated with the Chamber of Commerce, we have 1,100 members, or 1,100 plus, I should say, members. When people see you sponsoring, they see you're part of the solution.
Absolutely. And it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for the community. It's a win for the exhibitor. It's a win for the charity that might benefit, or the organization that might benefit from the event.
So, Terri, I want to ask you specifically, what are some of the booths that we've seen in the past that we anticipate to have this year?
Well, we have Henry Mayo has stepped up in a big way, as they always do, with sponsorship and a full battery of screenings. They haven't given us a complete list yet, but there will be cardiology screenings. They typically do glucose, blood pressure, all of those kinds of screenings. We're immensely grateful to Facey, who stepped up in even a bigger way and is our title sponsor for the event, and we're organizing what screenings that they're going to be doing. We have audiology people come in to check your hearing. We'll have eye people checking on that. We're looking into flu shots. So, I mean, there's a lot.
I think I'll be there for, get the flu shots so I can go for the flu shot.
Okay. All right.
That way I can kill two birds with one stone. Gary, let's talk about, if you're going to be a vendor at the show, you're a business, you want to get exposure of health and wellness. What are some of the tips you give the vendors? One, get involved early.
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of the most important, is to get involved early, because people forget that exposure at the show is more than just the 2 days of the show. It's the advertising that goes on before the show and the advertising that goes on afterwards, too, because of all the thank yous that have to go out. So somebody who gets involved early is going to have months and months of exposure. And this year we have a listing on the Chamber website of participants, including their contact information. And if you become an exhibitor or a sponsor, then your information goes in within a couple of days, and for the rest of that period of time, you've got exposure on the website as well, linked directly to you.
And one of the most important things, and I know, Terri, you help manage that website, is the fact that if you're mentioned in our website, the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce website, and someone types in your name or your company name, it normally comes up number 1, 2, or 3 under the search engines because of the management.
Right, that's correct. If you search for KHTS radio, KHTS is going to come up first through its chamber listing, and then down through the system. So you do get page 1 ranking because of your affiliation with the chamber.
Yeah,
and also because you're appearing you're going to be appearing in a number of sources, not just your own website. You'll be appearing in
someone else's.
A large number of sources, which brings you up faster to the page.
One last thing I want to mention, and we're going to jump to a break. That is when When you market, don't you also recommend that if someone's going to get a booth, that they also let all their customers know they're going to be there, so someone has an additional way to interact with their customers?
Well, absolutely, and there's not only that, but it's also, that's what attracts people to the show. I mean, we can advertise our bejeebers off, but the fact is that you've got to get out in a variety of ways because people look at different media sources, information sources. So if all the exhibitors and sponsors promote through their blogs, through their emails, through their billing, through their invoices, let people know they're going to be at the show, then we've got a good chance to make this show a real huge community event.
And a good chance for you to get your customers to reinforce that relationship. Terry, how can those that want to get involved reach out and either get a booth or be a part of the solution?
Well, you can call the Chamber at 661-702-6977, or you can go online to scvchamber.com and click on the Celebrate Life Festival button, or you can contact Gary at High Impact Event, and Gary's number is?
It's High Impact Event Resources, and we're at 661-255-7063 or highimpacteventresources.com.
Good. Thank you very much, Gary. Thank you, Terry, for all you do for the Chamber of Commerce. This has been a Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220.